Welcome back to From the Pages, where the past jumps off the pulp and into your speakers. Today we're cracking open issue 6 of Wizard, the Guide to Comics, dated February 1992. The Green Goliath himself, the Hulk, smashes the cover, and what's inside this issue is just as powerful. We're talking major interviews, feature-length deep dives into the Hulk's psychology, comic history lessons, original scripts, and of course, the usual avalanche of speculation, lists, and hilarious commentary. Let's get into it. Cover story: The Hulk smashes back. This issue is anchored by a double feature on Marvel's Jade Giant. Part 1. A look at the Incredible Hulk. Patrick Daniel O'Neill charts the evolution of Bruce Banner's monstrous alter ego, from the classic gray-skinned, night-walking brute to the merged, intelligent green Hulk of the early 90s. It outlines the various transformations, some brought on by science, others by magic, and still others by internal trauma. The piece explores how Dr. Leonard Samson discovered that Banner suffered from multiple personality disorder, with his psyche split between Banner, the childlike green Hulk, and the cunning gray Hulk. Through hypnosis, these were finally merged into one being, setting up Peter David's modern run. Part 2. Beyond the Hulk's Frontiers. In this revealing interview, Peter David discusses how he shifted Hulk storytelling from external forces to internal psychology, building stories around Bruce's childhood abuse. David recalls taking inspiration from a Bill Mantlo story that touched on Banner's past and using it as a framework. The interview explores fan backlash to each change, from the childlike Hulk to the gray Hulk to the merged Hulk, proving controversy often equals attention. David also talks about his abrupt exit from Star Trek comics due to creative censorship, including a plot rejected for being too complex for Star Trek fans to understand. Sam Keith. Sam Keith reflects on breaking into comics, working with Peter David on Wolverine, and sneaking in an Easter egg bulldog from The Rocketeer into a Marvel Comics Presents story. Keith reveals his admiration for writers like Bill Loebs, Neil Gaiman, and Peter David, acknowledging that while he has storytelling ideas, he prefers co-plotting rather than fully writing on his own. A key takeaway: Keith thrives on weirdness, and he isn't afraid to break convention. Batman 2, the unfilmed sequel. This fascinating script review details Batman 2, a version penned by Sam Hamm before Batman Returns went into production. Highlights include the formation of a teenage vigilante group called the Order of the Bat, Vicky Vale's return, Penguin and Catwoman as the dual villains, a new street-smart youth named Dick who eventually aids Batman and finds a Robin suit in his hideout. The climax features a battle in the Batcave with Alfred shot, the Penguin discovering Bruce Wayne's identity, and Catwoman crippled. A very comic book-inspired script that was never filmed, but shows what could have been. Palmer's Picks. Neil Gaiman's Sandman. Tom Palmer praises Neil Gaiman's Sandman as a layered, literary comic with rotating artists and thematic range, from dream worlds to Shakespearean fantasies. He explains how early horror elements matured into mythic storytelling and urges readers to catch the evolving voice of Gaiman before the planned conclusion at issue 50. Alan Davis returns to Excalibur. Alan Davis, the fan-favorite Excalibur artist, is now also writing the title. In this extensive piece, Davis discusses cleaning up continuity, restoring characters' powers like Nightcrawler's teleportation, introducing 4 new European heroes post-issue 50, staying true to the team's UK roots while slowly reintegrating them into the larger Marvel universe, delays due to currency shifts, and Paul Neary stepping away from co-plotting duties. Davis plans to wrap all dangling storylines by issue 50 and promises a renewed focus on character development over crossover fatigue. Sci-Fi Heroes Part 2. DC's Forgotten Futures. Lawrence Watt Evans guides readers through the rich, often weird history of DC's science fiction characters and series from the 50s and 60s. Notable features include Adam Strange and his love story with Alana across galaxies, Star Hawkins, a future private detective aided by a robot secretary, the Atomic Knights, a post-apocalyptic band of armor-wearing survivors riding giant Dalmatians, the Star Rovers, spacefaring adventurers with quirky competition-based plots. Watt Evans highlights how these series relied on formulas to create consistency and charm, even as superheroes began overtaking the market. Collector education. What's the deal with UPC codes? Pat McCallum explains the difference between UPC barcoded comics for newsstands and logo boxed direct editions for comic shops. While most carry similar value, some exceptions exist, like Spider-Man #1 second printings with hot UPC variants. The Wizard Top 10, February 1992, X-Men #1, Spider-Man #1, X-Force #1, Silver Surfer #50, Infinity Gauntlet #1, Amazing Spider-Man #61, New Mutants 98, X-Men 266, Uncanny X-Men 281, Robin Sigan. Hot books featured major events, first appearances, or variant covers, all feeding into the 90s speculation boom. Contest and puzzles. Cover recognition game. Identify segments from 6 popular covers. Comic book trivia quiz. Questions on Galactus's heralds, Spider-Man's guilt, and even UPC codes. Word search and jumble. Hidden names of characters like Riddler, Lockheed, and Gambit. Advertising highlights: Comic Fortress ads, back issues, collector boxes, and Silver Age stock. Upcoming Wizard cover tease, issue 7 to spotlight fan-submitted covers. Collector stores and dealerships, offering mail-order comics and graded back issues from across the country. Closing thoughts. Wizard #6 offers a sharp lens into early 90s comic culture, where speculation meets storytelling, and industry heavyweights like Peter David and Alan Davis reshaped icons. With behind-the-scenes exclusives, fan debates, and historical retrospectives, this issue is a treasure chest for any comic history fan. If you love deep dives into vintage comics, speculation history, and original creator insights, like, share, and subscribe. We bring you from the pages daily.